Hello! Welcome to the third video of the first series of the Pacific series. In this one, we will be working a lot on the ground. The pace is much slower than the first two videos. We will be working on side stretches and opening the heart, but not doing like the obvious postures. So let's just go to it. I'm gonna face you for the first part, but you don't need to sit like this. You can just sit facing the top of your mat, sit on the bottom of your mat, but facing the top of your mat. And like this you will be ready for what comes next. Hands on your knees, drop the shoulders, lengthen the spine. And then connect with the movement of the breath within. No tension in your hips, no tension in your legs. And let's go for Nadisodhana, this pranayama, the alternate nostril breath. With these two fingers on your right hand, you will put them on your forehead. The big thumb will block the right nostril. These other two free fingers will block the left nostril. Let's breathe together. Inhale through both. Block the right, exhale through the left. Now inhale left in 4. Hold for 8. Exhale right in 8. Inhale in 4. Block 8. Exhale left 8. Inhale left 4. Hold 8. Exhale right 8. Inhale 4. Block 8. Exhale left 8. Inhaling 4. Hold for 8. Exhale right 8. Inhale right 4. Hold for 8. Exhale left 8. Inhale left 4. Hold 8. Exhale right 8. Inhale right 4. Exhale, left 8. Release the hand, inhale through both. Hold for as long as you want or can. And when you're ready, exhale. Beautiful. Let's move the neck a little bit from left to right. And then rounding down a couple times. And then tilt it to the right. Open the mouth, relax the jaws, and to the left. And then we'll go to the right shoulder and the left. Nice. Change the crossing of the legs. So the other leg in front. Grab the front foot. So here it's better to sit in with one foot on top of the other instead of just crossing the legs in front of the other. And then you grab the front foot and start doing arching and rounding with the breath. Inhale, move forward, arch, shoulders back, chin up, exhale, hang back, rounding the spine, dropping the head. Inhale to the front, exhale, hanging back. You can breathe faster if you want to move faster, but always the breath and the movement work together. Awakening the spine. Beautiful. Stop the movement and now start circling with the hands on either knee. Here we're rolling the pelvis but also the waist and still arching and rounding the spine, moving the shoulders and moving the head. Yeah, so I'm not here. I'm doing wide movements with everything I can. Finding spots, opening spots in the body. Not each circle needs to be exactly the same. You can go to different places, go deeper, lower, or less. Play more with the shoulders, find your ways, explore. Okay, let's change directions. And still the breath and the movement working together. Beautiful. Stop the movement. Great. Interlace the fingers, turn the palms, shoulders down. Lower belly in, inhale arms up without your lower back arching, without your ribs popping out or popping up. You want to keep the ribs in and the lower back long while sending the arms back. And then a wide breath, mainly in your rib cage. Good. Now open to the right. And then to the left. Arms down. Change the crossing of the fingers, crossing the fingers the other way, the uncomfortable way. Up, without arching your lower back, without your ribs opening. And this generous breath, a lot of movement in your rib cage now. Move to one side. And move to the other side. Beautiful. Just feel here the space for the breath. And then transition to all fours. Positioning, spreading the fingers, but positioning your hands a little bit farther up on your mat, not right below your shoulders, but a little bit farther up. So you can go to Adho Mukha. Roll the shoulders, push with your hands, lengthen the spine, and then start walking with your legs one at a time. What I like to do here with the breath is, during the inhalation, I create the movement, changing legs, and with the exhalation, I stay. Inhale, change. Exhale, stay. Keep the spine really long during the leg movement. You don't want to change the position of the spine. Adho Mukha is a posture to lengthen the spine. Beautiful. Stop the movement. Stay in Adho Mukha. You might want to move the breath up and down the spine here. You might need to bend the knees a little bit in order to lengthen the spine. It's okay. Now shift the weight towards your hands for plank. Pull the heels back and then knees down to the ground under your hips. Keep the hips right above your knees. And then send the hands far for Chalasana. If the shoulders are not hurting, the arms are straight. If the shoulders are hurting, not uncomfortable but hurting, then you can put the forearms on the ground. Remember, discomfort is always welcome, pain is not. And then the chest sinks towards the ground, softening the grip in the shoulders, allowing for the spine and the ribs to move with the breath. And you might want to move the pelvis left and right here to work a little bit on opening the sides of the body and release possible tensions. Beautiful. Hands at the level of the face. Let's go back to Adho Mukha, back to plank. Here, you want to draw a straight line between the head and the toes, yeah? It's not a curved line. This is curving, this is another way of curving. What we want is this really straight line. If you move the breath from the heels to the top of the head, that will help the alignment. The breath, moving the breath in a certain way, it's actually helping the alignment. Good. Right knee down under your hip, turn the back foot, bring the right hand closer, so under the right shoulder, and then left arm up, bring the bat right on top of your knee, above the knee, not hanging back, yeah? You want to keep the bat in line with your knee. And then the left hand moving up, away from the right hand, creating a lot of space, making your body lighter. If I keep my pelvis on top of my knee, gravity is helping me, so there is less effort. If my pelvis is hanging back, I have to make a lot of effort to stay in the posture. So that's why alignment makes sense. Yeah, beautiful. Let's go back to plank. back, finding this straight line, beautiful line. Just feel it, breathe through it. And then left knee down, bring the back foot perpendicular to the front foot, left hand closer to the knee, open the right arm, and then this movement of the pelvis forward to position it right on top of the knee, right hand up, and then send the right hand as high up as you can to make the body lighter, and at the same time to create space. But it's a good thing if you start feeling the weights of the body in each position and how you can play with gravity, creating even upward movements with the help of gravity. I've done some workshops on that, really, really interesting. Beautiful. Let's go down. Back to plank. Good. And then knees down, clear here. And we're gonna go all the way down with the belly on the ground for the Sphinx. What you want to do here, you want to bring the elbows right under the shoulders, not out, not forward, not backwards, right below the shoulders. And the hands will be like this. Spread the fingers, thumbs together. Okay. Try to keep the lower back and the back relaxed, no tension in your glutes. And then here in the Sphinx, you need to do two actions. First action, moving the arms backwards. But because the arms are grabbing the ground, they're not going to move, but the chest is going to move forward. Still try to keep the lower back and the thighs and glutes relaxed. Second action, while sending the chest forward and the arms backward, second action is moving the ears away from the shoulders, which we do by pushing with the forearms on the ground, against the ground, and create that space, yeah, here. And now stay here, double check again. If your lower back is relaxed and happy, if your thighs and glutes are relaxed. The breath, mainly in your ribcage. Beautiful. Transition back. Sit on your heels once more, tuck the toes in. And then a little bit of movement here with your pelvis. And let's go back to Adho Mukha. Remember, you can always bend the knees if you need, but you can stretch the legs if your spine is already really long. Move the breath once or twice up and down the spine. And then right leg up, and the foot outside of the right hand. Bring the back knee down on the ground, let the pelvis be heavy. Roll the shoulders back, both of them, so you're not rounding the upper back and closing the space of the neck. Keep the neck free and long, and now let the pelvis be heavy. If you've practiced with me before, you know that I'm always talking about no resistance during the practice. Yeah? What you want here is to allow for the pelvis to be heavy. The pelvis is heavy. And you're here to allow this to be, which creates intensity because gravity is pulling your pelvis down, and that creates intense sensations. And you just let it happen. Okay, now the left hand will go outside of the mat like far, and then you roll towards the left, sending the left hip towards the ground, while sending the left shoulder towards the front to open the left side of the body, look back. You want to feel the muscles around the iliac crest on the left side opening, but also the space between the iliac crest and the ribs. Good, let's go back. Adho Mukha, exhale. Inhale, left leg up, And then foot outside of the left hand, right knee down, roll the shoulders back, let the pelvis be heavy. Now the right hand goes far out of the mat, and then keeping the back leg as straight as it is, you will roll to the right. Yeah, if I bend and do this, it's not interesting. I have to keep the pelvis where it is and roll to the right while sending the shoulder forward in diagonal and look back. Opening the space between the iliac crest and the armpit on the right side. Soft, deep, long breath. Beautiful. Let's go back. And with the exhalation, you go to Adho Mukha. Push with your hands, lengthen the spine, roll the shoulders out. And then walk towards your feet. Roll up. Now, step with the right leg back. It's not a wide stance because you want to keep the hips square. Roll the pelvis to protect the lower back. And then bring the arms at the back, interlacing the fingers, rolling the shoulder blades together, they kiss, shoulder blades kissing, and then pulling the hands down towards the ground. The chest is already opening. Now bend the front leg and open the chin and even slide your hands farther down towards the ground. And now 2 deep breaths in your rib cage. Expanding with the inhalation and softening with the exhalation. Beautiful. Let go of your arms, back leg to the front. Give yourself a breath here. And then let's change sides. Yeah, find the perfect distance so you can keep the hips square. Roll the pelvis to protect the lower back, engaging the lower abdomen. And then the arms, yeah, pulling down, opening the chest, shoulder blades kissing. Bend the front leg, chin up, not all the way, because then you're blocking the back of the neck. Just a little bit to open the throat a little bit, yeah? And then feel 2 deep breaths in your rib cage, creating a lot of expansion so you can expand the energy that comes with the in-breath all around your body, getting everywhere. Beautiful. Back foot to the front. Give yourself a breath. And then squat so you can go all the way down. Arms in between your legs. Roll down to the ground on your mat. Plant the feet closer to your back. Arms alongside the body. We're going to do a dynamic Setubandhasana. Half bridge. We will start by rolling the pelvis. So we start with the lower part until we get to the upper part of the body, yeah? So roll the pelvis, flatten the lower back, engage the pelvic floor, and then pubic bone up. Keep on arching the spine, shifting the weight towards the shoulders, opening the heart, and then exhale, opposite movement, rounding the spine down to the ground. Inhale, roll up. And exhale down. Remember that the movement starts in your lower back and pelvic floor. And up. And down with the exhalation. And up. And down with the exhalation. Okay, now we're gonna stay here. So you go all the way up and then tag the shoulders under. So you bring the shoulder blades together, they kiss again, which allows for a bigger opening of the heart. Yeah, the heart blossoms even more. Now you can shift the weight more towards your shoulders, pushing with your feet against the floor. And then deep breaths on your rib cage, the ribs expanding with the inhalation, the energy. Moving to each little corner of your body with the exhalation. With the inhalation, there is an expanding of the space. With the exhalation, the energy expands everywhere. Beautiful. Roll out. Really, really nice. There you go. And then knees to the chest. Round the lower back as much as you can. And now let's go to Sarvangasana, shoulder stand. Keep with your legs, hands at your back. Here, you will walk your hands up your back, sending the feet as high as you can, elbows as close together as possible. And now stay still. Breathe into your belly, into your belly. Slowly lower your legs, straight legs, feet together, lower them over your head. Keep supporting your back until the feet reach the ground. If they don't reach the ground, hands support the back. If they find the ground, then interlace the fingers and move the arms away from the body. Breath on your belly. We're going to do a counter pose. So you can go ahead and interlace the thumbs, but flatten the palms on the ground. And then this will keep the arms close enough so when you start lowering the body will remain on top of your arms. Lift the head while you lower the legs. And then when the legs land, body up, bending at the level of the elbows, opening the heart, dropping the head back. And now deep breaths in your ribs. Nice. Rounding the spine, lifting the head, you go down. Remove the arms from under the body. And now stretch the right leg. Keep the left knee into your chest. Open the left arm to the side, right hand outside of the left knee. You will bring this left knee to the right, keeping the left shoulder on the ground, turning the head to the left. You don't want your left shoulder flying. You want to keep the stability of the upper body. Yeah, we've been working on that, keep it down on the ground, and then let the movement come from the pelvis. For this variation of Jatara Parivartanasana. And then again, your breath, this time both in your belly and in your rib cage. yourself to change legs. Right shoulder will remain on the ground, turning their head to the right while sending the right knee to the left. And then the breath both in your belly and in your chest. You are not pushing the knee down. You are just allowing the body to move at its own pace, neither pushing or resisting the movement that happens in a natural way. So there is no wish for